there have been a lot of bad reactions to vaccine mandates and rules and testing requirements that were just presented by Biden a few days ago, but none of the responses have been as weird as the one and cringe as the one that we're about to show you. This is from Josh Mandel, who is running for Ohio Senate in the state of Ohio, and he tweeted this photo. So this is what you see when you first see the post. It says, "Do not comply with the tyranny. When the Gestapo show up at your front door, you know what to do." So that's what it says. And he's standing in front of a cornfield. It is already weird, but he'll explain how he ended up roadside in front of a Trump sign at night, where you're afraid something's gonna jump out of the corn and scare him. So take a look.
We're driving through a cornfield near a town called Loganville, Ohio. My blood is boiling, enraged at what I've seen from the White House today. Joe Biden, I'm not even gonna call him President Biden, he's not. Joe Biden is creating a constitutional crisis. And as I was driving through this cornfield, I literally came across this sign, this Trump sign, "He is my president." And I am hoping and praying that the Supreme Court justices that he appointed to the US Supreme Court will do the right thing and stand up for the Constitution, stand up for our freedom, stand up for our liberty. And if they don't, I call on my fellow Americans, do not comply. Do not comply with the tyranny. And when the Gestapo show up at your front door, you know what to do.
So as you see, part of what makes it weird is not just that it's comically awful, but it makes this sudden turn to presenting Biden's Gestapo that's gonna show up at your door. And he says, you know what to do, which is very obviously a threat. And I don't think he means, invite them in for coffee and tea or something like that. So, Cenk, what do you think about this local politician's reaction to Biden's vaccine mandate?
Yeah, so this guy's a terrible guy, has been for a long time. He also talked about deporting Ilhan Omar, who's a American citizen and a United States congressperson, but she's Muslim, and she's black. So, yeah, she's not from around here, man. Let's deport her. That's the America I know and love. The one that hates Muslims and black people and discriminates randomly against American citizens. Okay, so he never believed in America, and he still doesn't. It's also the party of rule of law, except now they say do not comply with the law. He just literally said, do not comply with the law. My whole life, Republicans will tell me, oh, law and order, rule of law, that's what we stand for. Now they're like, screw the law, who cares? Let's just do whatever we want. You know why? Because before, they thought the law was on their side. Hey, if we don't like something, we just send in the cops, they kick the living crap out of them. Who cares? And we never are held accountable. And so now that there's a little bit of justice and equality, they loathe it. So you're telling me Democrats can win and we can't just put our authoritarian fascist leader in charge and kill democracy? I hate America. That's what Josh Mandel's saying. That's what he's saying. He's saying don't listen to the laws of America. And if cops come to your door, because what do you mean Biden's Gestapo? What does that mean? There's no Gestapo that's gonna come to your door. Police would come to your door. And he says, you know what to do, a reference to violence. These guys said Blue Lives Matter. Now he's talking about shooting cops that come to your door. That's the obvious inference. So and by the way, they always say do these cute things and they think they're being cute. Matt Gaetz does similar things, Second Amendment rights. Madison Cawthorn, same thing, Second Amendment rights. You know what to do with the Second Amendment, right? Right. And then you go, hey, it looks like you're calling for violence and against government officials and the people that would come to your door, other than the postman, who is the cops. Are you looking to murder them? What do you want? Do you want to shoot cops? What do you want to do? And they say, oh, no, Second Amendment doesn't mean that. You know what to do? We could be giving them a pie. I don't know. You could be making. It could be anything. No, it's not anything. You're obviously calling for violence because you don't believe in rule of law. And if you're a crybaby and you think, oh, well, when we lose, I don't want to give up power because I never believed in democracy. I never believed in America. That's what Josh Mandel's saying. I just wanted our side to win. He cares about raw power. I mean, look, to me, that call for violence is sickening. And it's particular, like, and it's a shame because the video was going to be funny before he took that super dark turn, because with the cornfield in the back and the flashing red thing, we were going to joke around about, is it zombies that are going to jump out? Is it the children of the corn that's going to jump out? Who's coming out of the cornfields? Because there's no way this wasn't going to end in a prank video on YouTube, right? But then when he takes that dark turn, you can't, the people listen to these knuckleheads. Why do you think we have nonstop right-wing violence? Whether it's January 6th, the guy with the truck bomb, the pipe bombs on January 5th that were put at the DSC and RNC on January 5th, and on it goes, because they're egged on by so-called leaders like this.
It never ceases to amaze me how Republicans just say so much without literally saying anything at all. So I'm just like stumped. What is the point of this video? There's no concrete sort of election asks. There's no platform. He's not giving anything. He's simply basically virtue signaling for the right and saying that I saw a Trump sign. I love Trump. I hate Biden. Like, there's nothing there for actual informed voters to really grasp onto, but it really just is a sign of the times that videos like these get so much attention and go so viral and actually go from taking this, joke of a candidate to someone who's maybe considered serious by people on the right. And it really is just, at this point in the Republican Party, it's how much do you support Trump? And that's pretty much it. And I don't know, the vaccine issue is interesting specifically because Trump has urged his supporters to get the vaccine, or maybe urge is a little strong, but the vaccine issue is actually the one thing that Trump supporters don't see eye to eye with their, fearless leader on. He was booed in Alabama for suggesting that people should do it. So it's just, these right-wing figures, it's all cognitive dissonance. Nothing makes sense in these videos besides the shock value. And yeah, it's just so funny to me. Like, I love imagining what led to them stopping the car. Like, just seeing that scene of like, it's the middle of the night, you spot a lone Trump sign. You can just tell that in his mind, he thought he was, about to win an Oscar for like best short documentary. Just like, I just imagining him just walking through his head what kind of opportunity this would be. And it's so sad. And yeah, Children of the Corn is literally about like a group of kids who are killing everyone above 18 in the town. So it's just the worst possible metaphor for like saving lives and being, strong. It's like an entire population is wiped out because these cultish children are murdering all the adults in their neighborhood. It's just wild. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I don't know what's happening with the Ohio Senate race right now. I know JD Vance is in there, I think, if it's the same one. Yep.
So yeah, Caroline, I think you got it there at the end. So this is my theory. JD Vance and Josh Mandel are in a heated Republican primary for the Ohio Senate seat. And they're in a dumb off. So they're trying to out-dumb each other. And there's a real reason for that, guys. And I'm only half kidding. I'm kidding about the label, kind of. But the substance is totally true, because whatever's more outrageous gets more headlines, not just from right-wing media, but also from mainstream media in terms of, can you believe he said this? So JD Vance goes out there and goes, oh, I'm sorry I ever said anything bad about Trump. I now live up his anus. And everyone's like, oh, can you believe JD Vance is headquartered in Trump's anus, right? And then Josh Mandel comes out and goes, oh yeah, I'm gonna go inside a cornfield and pop out and boo. Oh, you should go kill cops who'll come to your door if they're trying to help save your life, right? And they're like, oh, wait, can you believe Josh Mandel said that? And they get more and more publicity. And so one, they want the name recognition and the publicity. And number two, in right-wing circles, you cannot get dumb enough. The crazier thing that you say, the less intelligent, less rational thing you say, the more dangerous and violent thing you say, the more they like you, not the less. So to be fair to them, in a Republican primary, it's not that bad a strategy. Like, we look at it as rational human beings, go, that's a monstrous thing to do. Republican primary voters look at it and go, oh, calls for violence to kill somebody associated with Joe Biden. Oh, I like this guy. I'm not joking. That's the mindset right now. 28% of Republicans in a poll said it might be time for violence. 40% said it's time to take the law into your own hands. So when they see Josh Mandel saying that, and by the way, that 40% are more core primary voters. And Mandel knows that, so he's appealing to the lunatics in his own party on purpose.
And just to fill out this conversation, Morgan Harper is running for Senate on the primary side, on the Democratic side, morganharper.org if you want to contribute to that campaign. And also, if he's looking to win the Oscar for Best Short Documentary, he's definitely not going to win the Oscar for Best Sound, because that is the only cornfield in the United States that's also located in the center of an interstate. I thought I was gonna get hit by a car during that video.
Thanks for watching the Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.